Hello and welcome to the video channel for us here at Haunted Cheshire. Thanks for joining us again, and thanks to everybody that's watched any of our previous videos. Also a very big thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the channel. Please do feel free to share what we do both far and wide. Now today we've made a return visit to the Old Hall here at Tatton Park. Last year we came and did a couple of videos which proved quite interesting, and over the last few weeks we've also made a couple of visits just to take some still photographs inside, and also to go around with 2 or 3 pieces of scanning equipment to see what we can come up with. Now it has proved even more interesting over the last couple of weeks, especially with the equipment picking up words and voices. So what we've decided to do is to come back today and make a couple of videos as well. Now we went round the old, what's called the medieval part of the hall now earlier, and what I'm going to do now is go back inside through the old medieval hall, straight up the stairs, and go straight to what is known as the spinning room. Now the spinning room has got quite a reputation for having something or somebody in there. We'll see what we can pick up when I get up there. So we'll make our way inside now. And anybody that's familiar with this building will know it straight away as soon as you see it. It's now a brick structure where there used to be a timber framed wattle and daub structure. So we'll make our way inside. You'll have to excuse me being a bit wobbly with this, but the ground's a bit uneven in front of the hall. So as we go in here, it's quite dark when you very first go in because it's set like an old medieval hall. But hopefully quickly the camera will adjust to the darkness. There are lights on inside for safety reasons, health and safety reasons. So we're gonna make our way up the stairs, along the gallery where we think there is somebody walking back and there's lots of tales of that, and that particular person has become known as the Grey Lady, but nobody can pinpoint who she might be. Okay, so there may well be other background noise in here because there are a couple of other people in the building. But any of those noises, please do ignore them. If it's anything relevant to us, I will mention it. So now the thing about our videos is that we don't add anything, we don't edit them. We don't try and make them scary. Basically what you see is everything that we see and hear. We're just trying to get proof of any spiritual activity in a building. So let's make our way along the gallery. Quick look over at what is now called the medieval hall. Every time you come to this building, it has a different vibe to it, completely different. Some days it feels calm and there's nothing. Other days you feel a certain heaviness, as though there's something here. It's totally unique, this building, and it's got a very good reputation as being very active with the spirits. Certain ones crop up all the time here. So let's just get up the stairs here, and then we're going to turn to the right, go into the spinning room, down this way. As you can see, we're not allowed in that part today. But as we come into the spinning room's, it's always been strange, this, for as long as I can remember, over 20 years ago. It's always had a certain heaviness to it, quite an atmosphere in here. It sometimes has like a claustrophobic feeling, as though it's pushing down on you, squashing in on you. It's quite strange, this room. And it may be due to the fact that a lot of the tales going round about it is about a young girl that's supposed to be in this room. She's been heard quite a lot crying or sobbing, and she's also made attempts to grab the hands of any ladies that come in here, as though she's in some kind of distress. So today we'll just see if we can pick any words up through static or the electro signals that might be here. We're not going to do an airwave radio sweep because I don't think we'll pick much up in here. It's quite closed in here. We've got two different pieces of equipment. So we'll set one to a static scan or a static sweep. And then we've just got the other one, which hopefully will pick up some voices. Now, one of the stories about this room, thrills, we've got thrills straight away on the static sweep. One of the stories about this room and this particular young girl is she's crying because she actually apparently died here. Now, earlier on, when we first came round, we asked the question about where this girl might be in this room, and we got a response of under the boards, which we're presuming is under the floorboards. Now, when we had another look, apparently there's quite a loose floorboard in here. Which one is it?
Right there.
This one.
Yeah, like that.
So when asked about this young girl, where she is in the room, it came up with under the boards. Now, why is it saying that? Why did we get the response of under the boards? And who is it? Is it this particular girl that's speaking, saying under the boards, or is it somebody else? There's three of us in here. Is there anyone else? Anyone else going to communicate with us in this room?
Never again.
Never again. What do you mean, never again? Does that mean you're never again going to communicate with anyone? Or never again should people come in here or mention the floorboards? Why did you say under the boards?
Say it again.
Say it again?
Yeah.
Say what again? Under the boards? Who's the girl that's in here? What are you crying at? A lot of people have heard you crying or sobbing. And it looked, I don't know if anybody saw that then, but there was a slight green orb went across here. I'll have to watch this back later because that was definitely a small green orb then. Just in front of the bench there. There was definitely an orb, tiny green orb that went around there then. We have picked orbs up here before, but in the other rooms. Is there anybody else in this room? Who's under the board? Why did you say under the board?
Explore.
Explore. Explore what?
Explode.
Explode. Explode. I don't understand. What do you mean explode? What do you mean explode? Amused. You're amused by what? Why are you always crying or sobbing? And there's the orb again. Now that appeared. Towered. What's the green orb that we keep getting? Why does that keep appearing? Is there somebody else in here apart from us three? If there is, you can communicate with us. Do you not wish to communicate anymore? Is there a young girl in this room that keeps crying? And if so, why? Did you pass away in this hall? Are you the young girl that tries to grab ladies' hands as though you're in some kind of distress? Do you wish to talk to us anymore, or do you want us to stop trying to communicate with you? Who are you? Are you going to give us a name? Because nobody knows who you are or what your name might be. If we knew a name, we could look into the records of who you might be and what happened. Have you got a name you can give us? It's gone very quiet. Very, very quiet. Is there somebody else in here? Because it's gone very, very quiet now. Which usually is a sign that you don't wish to carry on communicating, or we've hit on something that has disturbed you a bit. What is it that bothers you in this room? Why do you sit in here crying? Why have so many people heard a young girl crying in here? Can you give us a name? Is there anybody else in this room with us three? No other words, no names. A name would be a good start, really. Ties. Ties. Offending. Anything else? What about a name?
What?
What? What as in pardon, or have you got a name? Can you give us a name? What's under the boards? Why did you say under the boards? What is under the boards? Why did you say under the boards? Is there something under the boards or somebody? Okay, I think what we'll do is leave it at that, because I think we may have disturbed whoever it might be in this room. So we'll leave it there for now. What was that? 11. 11. What's the significance of the number 11? Was that your age? Because...
Stood.
Stood? Stood where? Where are you stood? Was the 11 your age? Because apparently it is supposed to be a young girl that's in this room. Elemental. Do you want us to leave you alone? It would be nice if we could get a name. Because maybe we could find out who you are then. Because nobody seems to know who you might be.
Shook.
Shook. Okay, I think what we'll do it, we'll definitely leave it there now, because I need to go and look through this video. There was a couple of orbs on it earlier that have not reappeared at all. We've got some interesting audio on it. Obviously, it's very unlikely that we'll see anything visually. A lot of money. Okay, so what we'll do now is say, we'll leave you in peace. And say goodbye. Because we may have disturbed you for longer than you wanted us to. So we'll just come back to the doorway and have a good look around the room.
The clock.
The clock. Maybe something to do with the time. So we'll leave you alone. Say goodbye. Leave you in peace here. And also say thank you to everybody for watching. From the spinning room at Tatton Old Hall. A place where we will definitely be returning.